Greetings! Got another Dark Visions video. This will be my last video for Dark Phoenix. And today I'm going to be showing off a Dark team. Now this Dark team is not as good as the Fire team I showed off in my last video. It's not the one I'm using. It's a lot more RNG reliant. And as you can see, I'm a lot less invested in this team, with only Ibarra being at 130, Soul not being EX3, and not even having defense or spirit door pots on anyone but Shantoto and Ibarra. But I had a lot of fun coming up with this team, and I had a lot of fun coming up with this strategy. So I'm going to make this video, and you can't stop me. Just try it. You can't. I'm still doing it. Anyways, getting right into it, we're going to guard on Lynx and Dark Rain. Soul is going to throw out an 85% attack magic break with Wave of Despair. Ibarra puts up Malicious Flash and Bar Darkja for Mirage and physical and magic mitigations. Shantoto on Phoenix is going to Bar Faraga, and Yuna is going to Carnival Can, which is a 75% general mitigation. Now, because we don't have Cleome, we have to get a little creative with dealing with these mechanics. Cleome, of course, being the best unit in the game, kind of invalidated a lot of what you needed to do here. But we actually have to go through and try to figure this stuff out one piece at a time. So this turn, Soul is going to break and then dispel the team. And that got rid of our Imperil. Now the big problem with the Dark team is you have to go either before turn 5, so turn 4, or later than turn 7, which realistically means you're going to turn 9. This fight was very clearly made to prioritize Thunder teams and Fire teams and punish anyone still riding out the Dark meta. But the player shall always subvert the developer. So, stat buffs, Bar Darkja and Mirage from Ibarra, Bar Faraga from Shantoto, Carnival Can from Yuna. Lynx is going to Bar Blizaja from Carbuncle. That's going to set us up for next turn. And then Dark Rain guards. Alright, turn 3. We're going to get rid of we're going to handle our chain scorer. So we're going to just throw out a bunch of bolting strikes. As low damage as possible because we don't want to push that 70% threshold. And just throw these out there. Now Yuna is going to disenchant for the Reaper mitigation buff. And Lynx is going to Bar Thundaga for turn 5. And the enemy uses an ice attack. And everyone's immune. Turn 4. Yuna is going to Matador Song, which provides you a couple stacks of Mirage every turn for the next 4 turns. So nobody has anything to do here. And turn 5, Lynx throws out his Magnify to buff his LB. That is not dispellable. Soul needs to refresh the break, and then Yuna is going to Jitterbug to fill up Lynx's LB. Everyone else will guard. And turn 6, This is where we are going to handle the Dark Resist buff the boss puts up on turn 4. And we're also going to handle the Imperil that the boss will put up on turn 5. So, we will dispel the boss, break the boss, kill some time, and dispel the team. And between that first dispel and the break, we're going to use Shantoto's SLB to get the Rod Imperil out. And we're going to use it at that point so we don't push that 70% threshold. And perfect. As you can see, there's a Rod Imperil there. Ibarra, Wish of Vengeance, Malicious Flash from Mirage, and Bar Darkja. Anything Yuna does here is going to get dispelled this turn, so we're going to use her one turn 99% magic mitigation, because there's not really a better opportunity to use it, and any setup she does is going to be wasted. Dark Rain, however, is going to use one and only Ruler, which parts of it are dispellable, but the LB mod buff and the Quadcast are not, and those are the two things we care about. And Lynx is going to Bar Faraga. Alright, turn 7 is where things start getting real dicey. So we'll see how this one goes. Shantoto is going to... Actually, we need to dispel ourselves again, because, again, we are imperiled. So we're going to start this off with Duskfall, which is Soul's 89% break, with a 150 Dark Imperil. And then Wave of Despair, Provoke, Dispelga. Alright, now we're going to use Ibarra's LB, get her 250 Reaper Killer and Katana Imperil. Dark Rain is going to Fenrir. Shantoto is going to Bar Faraga. Lynx is going to Bar Blizzaga for next turn. And Yuna is going to Disenchant for the Reaper mitigation and the Reaper Killer. So let's hope for some good RNG on these hits. Wing Buffet, nice, perfect, exactly what we want to see. A single Wing Buffet. All right, and this is going to be the setup for our burst turn. So Ibarra is going to Endarka, Malicious Flash, and Sukiyo. Lady Shantoto is going to Mana Wall, Elemental Burst Dark, and a Disgrace. Soul shifts to Gundam. And if this was any other boss, this is where we would use Elemental Burst and then Superior Domain, which is a 30% Ice and Dark resist down field for the enemy. But this boss is going to override it anyways. And Lynx is also going to override it. So there's no need to just remove it. But if it was going to have any benefit, you would use Soul after Lynx to have them both up. Lynx is going to Feral Cats or Glide Hook, doesn't matter. Fill LB, and now let this be your final resting place. Yuna Battlecry pluses, and Rain is going to Chaotic Mirage, Elemental Burst Dark, Boost, Boost. I don't know what just chained. Oh, it was the Feral Cats. I don't usually use that. I usually use Glide Hook. But luckily we didn't pass that 70% threshold, so we are all good to go for turn 9. We made it. We're at the burst turn. Everyone here is going to LB. Except for Yuna. Yuna's going to go to the shift form. And because it's impossible to fill her LB, she's going to auto attack. And she's going to do it 4 times because she's dual wielding with Yeti combat style. So, let's see what happens here. That is so insanely low. What happened? That Ibarra hit is just absolute trash. What? Did I mess something up? I mean, it's in range, so the Ibarra's average here was 7.5 billion, max 9.4, minimum 5.7. Shantoto at 120 is average 5.4. Soul's average is 4.1. Lynx's average is 3.6. And Dark Rain's average is 4.2. So this is actually like one of the worst variance rolls I've ever seen, and I'm glad that this is the run I record. But somehow we've maxed out damage received score. I've never seen that happen on this team. Had really good luck, except for the one place it counts. As far as the team goes, Ibarra, base form, evasion, status immunity, shift form, damage, Dio card. Shantoto on Ibarra card, damage, 20% stat, or 20% resists the fire, ice, lightning, status immunity. Soul, base form, evasion, status immunity, shift form, damage, Dio card. Dark Rain, his own card. I ran out of Dio cards. Built for damage. Winged Heart gives him 20% to the 3 elements we care about and status immunity. Yuna, base form, 100% evasion. Shift form, dual wield, built for damage with Yeti combat style. Lynx, built for damage, gets status immunity from Virtuous Vestment. Element Magnify for the ability. Ibarra's card. That's the run. Good luck.